ago in Letterland, Lucy the lamp lady came to live in a lighthouse by the sea. She is called the lamp lady because of her smile. It is so bright and friendly that it seems to glow and light up everything around her. You can see the Letterland lighthouse for miles around. It is so tall that Lucy can keep a lookout from her window for anyone who loses their way. She even helps the little lambs find their way home. Lucy the lamp lady watches over Letterland until late in the evening. So even when it is dark, no one worries about getting lost. The lamp lady only has to smile and her lovely lemon-colored light shines out for all to see. Meet Munching Mike. He might look a bit scary, but he is not really. In fact, he is Letterland's favorite monster. He is made of metal and he moves along on three metal wheels. Like most monsters, Munching Mike has a mighty appetite. Can you imagine what he likes to eat for his main meal? He munches crunchy things like motorbikes and magnets, mixed with mushy things like mashed potatoes and marshmallows. Munching Mike's mom is much bigger than Mike, so she has a much bigger appetite. In Letterland, people say she could eat a whole mountain and still have room for more. Naughty Nick is really quite a nice boy, but nobody gets a nickname like Naughty Nick without doing something naughty to deserve it, do they? Naughty Nick just can't help being naughty now and then. Sometimes he makes a lot of noise just to be a nuisance. Sometimes he eats the nuts from the nut tree next door. But the naughtiest thing he ever did was with his hammer and nails. Whatever do you suppose he did? Naughty Nick thinks that nobody will notice the naughty things he does. But they nearly always do. How good are you at noticing things? Can you find 9 of Naughty Nick's nails hidden in the picture? Oscar Orange is a very popular orange. He lives in an orange box at the Letterland docks. That's where all the ships and boats come in. Can you spot the ostrich peeking at an orange box or the other eating olives from a wooden crate? There is even an octopus who has just dropped in to play. Down at the docks, Oscar Orange also has a very important friend. He is Mr. O, the old man from over the ocean. All the oranges in Letterland come from over the ocean in Mr. O's boat. You can see him again at the end of the book. Poor Peter is a playful little puppy. He loves to play in the Letterland park, but if you sometimes see him looking sad, there is a special reason. It's because he can't make his ears prick up like a police dog. Instead, they droop down. Poor Peter does not like that at all. Poor Peter! Even the penguins in the park feel sorry for him. Poor Peter's tears run down his cheeks. Plip, plop, plip, plop, and make a puddle by his paws. Do you think if you gently stroke his droopy ears, you could cheer him up? There are 2 things the Queen of Letterland loves to do. First, she loves to take her umbrella with her Wherever she goes, she won't be seen anywhere without it, not even in her quiet room. The second thing she loves is quarreling, so everyone calls her Quarrelsome Queen. The Queen will quarrel about anything. She'll quarrel with the hairy man if he whispers too quietly. She'll quarrel with the king if he kicks too quickly. She is such a quarrelsome queen, she will even quarrel with a squirrel. Robber Red is a real troublemaker in Letterland. He carries a sack behind his back as he runs along. What's in Robber Red's sack now? Roller skates? Rulers? A radio? He's robbed them all! What a rascal! People in Letterland would really like to see Robber Red behind bars, but he runs so fast that no one has managed to catch him. Sometimes he's hard to recognize. He makes himself look big and fat by hiding all his stolen goods under his jumper. But you won't let the rascal fool you, will you? Now meet Sammy Snake. He always has a friendly smile on his face. Even when he hisses, no one is scared of him. Not all snakes love the seaside, but Sammy Snake does. He loves sunning himself by the surf and sitting on sand castles. Sometimes he even goes swimming or sailing with his friends. Best of all, Sammy Snake likes to slither and slide about in the sand until he gets sleepy, that is. Then he has a little snooze. Do you think he snores when he's asleep? In Letterland, ticking Tess helps everyone to keep in touch. That's when her job is sending messages all over the land. Listen hard and you'll hear her talking in tiny, tiny ticks. Ticking Tess thinks her job is terrific. She has a great time tinkering with telephones and tape recorders in her teletouch tower. If anything goes wrong, Ticking Tess knows just how to fix it. Even when something gets tangled at the top of a tower, Tess can get taller, reach up and put it right. All the Letterlanders can change size wherever they need to. Tess can make herself so tall that she touches the clouds, which is why sometimes you can't see her head. Uppy Umbrella is a happy-go-lucky umbrella. She loves to be up and away when the rain comes down. She doesn't mind getting wet at all. In fact, she thinks it is great fun. Not everyone agrees with her. Do you? Mr. Yu, the uniform man, looks after all the umbrellas in Letterland. He is always extremely busy when it rains. He rushes about opening up lots and lots of umbrellas. Luckily, all the umbrellas are as cheerful as Uppy unless they get stuck upside down. What a beautiful vase of violets! These lovely flowers come from a valley high up in the hills of Letterland. Letterland violets are very special because they have petals made of velvet. This makes them very soft to touch and they stay fresh all year round. In Letterland, all the children have violets, especially when they are learning to count. Count how many petals each violet has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 each. What a wonderful place Letterland would be if it weren't for me, the wicked water witch. She likes to make trouble wherever she goes. Luckily for everyone, the wicked water witch isn't always very wise. Often her best spells don't work. Once on a winter's day, she wished she was somewhere warm, floating above the waves of a deep blue sea. But something odd happened. Her spell whisked her off her feet and dropped her into her own water wells instead. Silly witch! Now she's cold and very wet indeed. Two of the children in Letterland are cousins called Max and Maxine. They go to the same school and they are the best of friends. People in Letterland call Max and Maxine the kissing cousins. That's because they use a special sign to send birthday kisses to each other. It looks like two crossed lines. Max has written this sign 3 times in his birthday card to Maxine. It says, "Kiss, kiss, kiss." When Maxine sends a birthday card to Max, she likes to send many more kisses than that. Guess how many she sends? About 60. All the children in Letterland love playing with yo-yos. They buy their yo-yos from the yo-yo man. They think that he can do the best tricks with yo-yos they have ever seen. They always know when the yo-yo man is coming because he yells at the top of his voice, "Yo-yos for sale, bright yo-yo, yellow yo-yos." People rush out of their houses as he yells out, "Never say no to a yo-yo." Then he starts whizzing a yo-yo up and down, round and round, faster than your eyes can follow. None of the children in Letterland can make their yo-yos go so fast. Do you think you can? Zigzag Zebra lives in the Letterland too. This zoo isn't like an ordinary zoo. No one ever shuts the animals in their cages because they are all so friendly. Sometimes Zigzag Zebra pretends to be asleep. When people come to visit her, she makes a sort of zzz, zzz sound. But she's not really asleep. She just feels a little bit shy. Everyone knows that Zigzag is the fastest animal in Letterland. Guess how many prizes she has won in races? Dozens and dozens. Here are the 5 vowel men. You have already met them on other pages. Can you remember their names? There's Mr. A the Apron Man, Mr. E the Easy Magic Man, Mr. I the Ice Cream Man, Mr. O the Old Man, and Mr. U the Uniform Man. Now you have met nearly everyone in Letterland. But don't forget that Letterland is a secret place. That means all the people and animals are usually invisible, so when they are in words, you will only see their letter shapes. But you'll know who they really are, won't you?